Hello, and welcome to 5341 Neosho. We're here in the Southampton neighborhood. Just a block, or actually not even a block, rather, two houses and a business down from Mackland, with all of the restaurants here in walking distance. One of the benefits of this neighborhood. This house is a 1921 bungalow, so it's a little older than some of the ones we've covered here, and is a good example of bungalow architecture, um, especially from that kind of earlier arts and crafts era, rather than the later bungalows which started to go into the Tudor look. As you can see from the front, we have the typical wide porch. Zoom out. And the porch roof, which in this house goes from side to side rather than front to back. And then this will be important to look at as we come up here. We have a little sidewalk down, and there's a little chimney there on the side, which is only, I need to back up a little so we can see that, which is just for the furnace. Coming up the front steps here. Looks like this porch has been rebuilt at some point, which is nice. And there's a century home. Nice shaded front porch. And I like on these, they build the front porches the same depth going up, so you do get kind of this infinity effect as you look through all the neighbors' porches up the street. Have the original mailbox here with the letter plaque encased in it, which is really cool. Would have had a doorbell originally, but those often go the way of the dodo bird. And this house is about 1,032 square feet and uses the space very effectively. We walk in here to the living dining room with 3 stained glass windows. And they give this room, let me close the door to let some of the sunlight out, a nice warm orange glow. Someone's also installed the coving with a little bit of a gap so they can run some recessed lighting up there for mood, which is nice. So remember I pointed out the chimney not lining up with this fireplace. This is just a decorative fireplace, a mantelpiece, I guess you'd say, a decorative mantle. So you could put a TV on there without worrying about burning it up with a fire. And then, from here, we go into this room. And this bedroom here is quite a neat little room. Half paneled in an arts and crafts style, and with an arched bay window, as well as another piece of stained glass up there. You can see these doors are unpainted, which is nice. Original door hardware, and even the original glass knobs. You can tell the old glass knobs because they have that smooth look to them. The reproductions now are a little bit, not sharp, but they have like more pointy little ends on them. They're not perfectly round. And we'll come back around to the second bedroom here. This bedroom, like many at the time, was built without a closet. Has a chifforobe. Well, actually, I take that back. It was built with a closet, but let me show you what I mean by that. So these houses, people did not have as much clothes as they do now. So it's perfectly acceptable for a lot of people starting out, but now it's nice to have an extra chifforobe to store your clothes in. Otherwise, it's a nice room with original wood floors. Windows have all been updated. Coming through into the bathroom here. Have a linen closet. And we have the bathtub. And shower, tiled to the ceiling. sink and toilet. And then we have the kitchen here. So, backing up, we have the wash station and the cook station, the dishwasher, refrigerator, or the stove and countertop over here, and then the refrigerator at the back, and they've added a chalkboard wall, which is a neat touch. And there is an addition that's been built onto this house at some point, which could be used as an office, or indeed you could use this as the dining room if you wanted to use the living room as just a full living room too. Has a skylight, plank flooring in here. And then we walk out to the backyard. Good sized backyard, not too much to keep on top of. And then here, you can see the rear of that bay window. And there's the addition. House does have a walkout, which is nice. We'll go in the basement next, which is finished. And then as we look around, you can see this house has the best kind of pool, which is a neighbor's pool, not one you have to maintain and pay for. There's a little parking back there as well. We're going to come back upstairs. And then adjourn to the basement. So we do have a finished basement down here. It's a long room, the entire length of the house, which runs to the walkout back there. And then this area, which is tiled in, I guess this must be like an exercise space. And coming through, the laundry area. And there's an extra door here, which I believe is the door to this basement from above. So what we had was that door up here, and someone had replaced it because they wanted to add their spice rack and looks like a kitty door, but didn't want to damage an original piece of the house. And I always love when people preserve things rather than just throwing it out in the trash when they want to replace something. Hope you've enjoyed my tour. Thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.